Hello everybody, this is Jason RT and this is another episode of Cinema Macabro. Today's video will be a review on Xavier Gen's new film, Cold Skin. Now I like Xavier Gens as a director. I really liked Frontiers, which was absolutely an amazing nod to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I wasn't too crazy about Hitman because I don't like licensed movies based on licensed video games. I love The Divide because of its nihilism. And Cold Skin is pretty much different than a lot of those films. Xavier Gens directed this film based on the novel by Albert Sanchez Bignot. And I read the book back in 2008 after reading an Amazon review, and I really liked the idea of a film that's like All Quiet in the Western Front meets I Am Legend meets Lovecraft. And I really liked the book. So seeing this film, was it good? The film starts out with David Oakes, who plays a nameless character in the movie. And he's set to replace the weather station agent on this desolate island off an Antarctic coast. And when he goes with the captain into the lighthouse, he meets a lighthouse keeper played by Ray Stevenson, who's disheveled and drunk, and lets him know that the last lighthouse keeper died of typhoid and drowned himself. Upon arriving to the lighthouse, he notices that there are sticks and like sharp spears all around the perimeter, almost like it was, in defense of something. On his first night of the island, he starts his first night of a year staying in that island. In the year's 1914. It takes place right at the start of World War I. And he's a mysterious character, and you don't know what he's running from. You don't know his history. But he's on this island himself, and his first night he gets attacked by these creatures. And upon defending himself, he burns down his weather station, and he has to force himself to live with Gruner, played by Ray Stevenson, the lighthouse keeper. Gruner shows him how to defend himself during sieges that usually happen on the island time to time with these ravenous creatures who try to climb up the tower. And it gets like really brutal and gritty, the fights, and you don't know what's going on, and the main character finds out that Gruner keeps one of the creatures as a pet, one of them who was in captivity and is pretty loyal. And I gotta tell you, the more they got into the film, the more the main character finds out that there's a reason behind the attacks with the history of the island. And I don't want to give away too much, but I gotta say that Cold Skin is pretty much, if you read the book, it's pretty much spot on, but has a faster pace since it's a movie. And I actually like the pace of the movie better than the book. And the film was actually gorgeously shot in the Canary Islands, and its use of like the bleach bypass look, the digital intermediate, I'm not too happy about, because a lot of films tend to emulate Saving Private Ryan when they do a period film. However, this film has the locations, and it gives it actually gives the punch for the cold feeling of the film. The loss of hues, the bluish looks, the washed out colors, and I really like that. The cinematography by Daniel Arano is absolutely marvelous, and he knows how to shoot a film like this, and it actually gives the film more of a bigger budget. Cold Skin was shot on 8.5 million euros, which translate in American dollars to $10 million, and the film does not look like its budget. It actually looks like it's double that amount. And the costumes were good. Everything about this film had a good feel to it. The main actor, David Oakes, is a really, really good actor, and I will probably see him in more leads after this film. And Ray Stevenson is always on top of his A game. He was awesome in Rome. He made a good Punisher. He was awesome in the Thor movies. And Aura Garrido, who is pretty much like, because this film has the elements of The Shape of Water, is pretty much an awesome performance artist as one of the creatures. I mean, the makeup is so good in the film, and the practical effects are so good that you can convey her emotions through the makeup, her sadness, her happiness, her willing to please, and you just like fall in love with this character. This computer effects of the film were done perfectly, and Xavier Gens, what I like about this director is that he knows how to use CG. If you look at The Divide, the opening and the closing of The Divide, the CG used in the film was absolutely marvelous, and he can go with long periods without using it. And another thing that I liked about the film was the subtle uses of CG compared to the aggressive uses of practical effects for close-ups and stuff like that. And I really like that, because a lot of films tend to do the opposite. The wide shots of like the creatures storming every night the lighthouse was pretty. It was done pretty well, and reminds me of I Am Legend, the novel. If you read the novel, like the film is like a combination of Lovecraft and Matheson in I Am Legend. Sorry about that. And the film is just like a really good story in a siege film. You know, the film has its sieges, and the battles are violent and brutal because the creatures bleed red blood. So it makes things even more disturbing. Without giving too much in a plot, I thought that the film was well written, and it deals with humanity and how humanity deals with isolation. And again, see this film. Cold Skin is definitely a recommendation. It's definitely another good film by Xavier Gens. I was actually split on this film when I first saw it, and again, it was a really good film. Now guys, if you guys have any questions or any comments, please leave so in the comment box below, and please subscribe. I got more subscribers. I'm close to 60 subscribers. I got like 14 not too long ago. And guys, it really means a lot to me when you comment and leave likes, and that's pretty awesome. And with that, guys, I'll see you at the next episode.